Have you ever caught him staring at you and he thinks you're not looking? And then the moment your eyes meet, he looks away fast, almost like he got caught doing something wrong? That's not an accident. That's one of the biggest signs a man is falling for you, but he's too scared, too proud, or too confused to say it out loud. Here's the truth nobody tells you. Men don't fall in love the same way women do. Women often feel it first and say it first. Men feel it first and then spend weeks, sometimes months, fighting it, hiding it, or trying to figure out what to do with it. So while he's busy staying quiet, his actions are already screaming the truth. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to walk you through 7 signs that show a man is secretly in love with you, even when his mouth refuses to say the words. Stay to the end, because sign number 5 is the one almost every woman misses, and it's usually the clearest one of all. Let's start with sign number 1. He remembers the small things. Anybody can remember your birthday. That's easy. It's in a calendar. But does he remember that you don't like coriander in your food? Does he remember the name of your annoying coworker you complained about one time 3 weeks ago? Does he remember what shoes you were wearing on your 3rd date? When a man is truly falling for you, his brain quietly files away everything about you, even the tiny stuff you don't think matters. This is not something he's trying to do on purpose. It just happens, because when we care about someone, our attention naturally locks onto them. Psychologists call this selective attention. Your brain decides what's important enough to hold on to, and if he's holding on to the little details of your life, it means you've become important to him without him even announcing it. Sign number 2, he shows up even when it's inconvenient. Talk is cheap. Anybody can text you "Good morning, beautiful" from their bed without lifting a finger. But showing up, that costs something. Time, energy, effort. If he drives across town after a long day just to bring you soup because you said you're not feeling well, if he cancels plans with his friends because you sounded a little off on the phone, that's not just kindness. That's a man prioritizing you over his own comfort. And men are naturally protective of their time and energy. When he starts spending both on you without complaining, that's love speaking through action, even if his mouth hasn't caught up yet. Sign number 3, he gets a little quiet or awkward around you sometimes. This one confuses a lot of women because we're taught to expect confidence from men who like us. But real attraction, the deep kind, actually makes some men nervous. If he's usually smooth and talkative with everyone else, but around you he sometimes stumbles over his words or goes quiet for a second before answering, that's not disinterest. That's often the opposite. When a man respects you and actually cares what you think of him, the stakes feel higher. He's not just talking to a woman anymore, he's talking to someone whose opinion of him actually matters, and that pressure can make even confident men a little clumsy. Sign number 4, he asks about your future and quietly places himself in it. Listen closely to how he talks. Does he say things like "when we go on that trip" instead of "if we ever go"? Does he ask what your 5-year plan looks like, not out of small talk, but like he's actually trying to see where he fits into it? Men who don't see a future with you rarely ask about your future at all. Why would they? But a man who's falling for you is quietly doing the math in his head, wondering if his life and your life can line up. He might not say, "I want a future with you" directly because that feels too big, too soon, too risky, but the questions he asks will tell you exactly where his mind has been wandering. Now, sign number 5, the one most women completely miss. He gets protective over your peace, not just your body. Most people think male protectiveness only means physical safety, like walking you to your car at night. That's real, but it's not the deepest kind. The deepest kind of protectiveness is when he starts guarding your emotional well-being. Does he get quietly upset when someone disrespects you, even in a small way? Does he go out of his way to make sure you're not stressed before a big meeting? Does he check in on you after a hard day at work, not because he wants something, but because he actually wants to know you're okay? That's a man who has started to see your emotional well-being as something he's responsible for. And that is one of the strongest, quietest signs of love there is, because it means you've moved from being someone he likes to someone he feels connected to. Sign number 7, his actions stay consistent even when nobody is watching. Anybody can be sweet for a week, anybody can perform kindness when they're trying to impress you, but love shows itself in consistency. It's the small effort on a random, boring Tuesday when there's no special occasion, no audience, nothing to gain. If his care doesn't disappear once the excitement of a new relationship fades, that consistency is the realest sign there is. So, here's what all these 7 signs really tell us. Love, for a lot of men, isn't loud. It's not always a grand declaration or a big romantic speech. Sometimes it's quiet. It's in the remembered small detail, the unexpected visit, the nervous stumble in his words, the future he's already picturing you in, the peace he protects, the fears he shares, and the small effort he keeps giving even when nobody's clapping for him. If you noticed even 3 or 4 of these signs in someone you know, don't ignore them just because he hasn't said the words yet. Some men build up to I love you slowly, brick by brick, through action first. Now, I want to hear from you. Which one of these 7 signs did you recognize the most? Drop it in the comments. I actually read every single one. And if this video helped you see things a little more clearly, hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.